For my trip to Japan, my friends and I stayed at 4 Airbnb apartments, 3 in Tokyo and 1 in Osaka. Since my friends planned the trip, they booked the rooms and I don't really know all the details, but I'll share the Airbnb listings in the description below if you'd like to check them out for yourself. Since there were 5 of us, we had larger apartments than most listings you'll see on Airbnb Japan videos and on YouTube. I will say staying at Airbnb is cheaper than a hotel, and you get to see what it's really like to live in a real Japanese apartment. Okay, so here's the first Airbnb we stayed at. There's the Genkan, where you take your shoes off, and it opens right into the shower room. And so the shower room and the toilet room are different. And then we move on to the kitchen area. It's a pretty small apartment, but it's nice. A little fridge. And this, I think, is mainly supposed to be like a dining room area, but it had bunk beds in it. I slept on the top bunk. And here we have the tatami room with a couple of other beds in it. And there's storage space here for more futons. Then there's a balcony. Let's see, we're going to take a look outside. It's not really that exciting. Yeah. But if you are interested in this place, it is very close to Haneda Airport in Tokyo. There's some artwork. And I'll leave a link to it on Airbnb in the description below. Here's the second Airbnb we stayed in. There's the Genkan with all our shoes. Little kitchen area. The, I guess, main bedroom here with Chantel.
And then I'll take the futon tomorrow night.
Okay.
The tray.
And this is our living room area with
Yeah,
TV.
you didn't have a good night's sleep last night.
And I want to use my CPAP machine, and it makes a little noise.
And this one actually has a clothes washing machine, whereas the last one didn't. And here is our shower room. And the toilet room actually has the fancy washlet. And that's it. That's our little tour. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to film this apartment in Tokyo, which sucks because it was my favorite one. The owner, Masa, met us when we arrived, gave us a tour of the place, and even explained how the clothes washer works. He also met us when we left. This place has a really big Genkan, which is fantastic for a group of people trying to get in the door from the rain. You don't have to wait for each person to get their shoes off before the next can come in. Another nice thing about this place is the changing area and the shower room are separate, so you can have one person getting ready at the sink while another showers. It's very close to Shinjuku Station, just a few blocks away, and you can also easily walk to Shibuya and Yoyogi Park from here. I also didn't have much time to film this one in Tokyo, but it is nice. Kind of an old building, not too fancy, but they make up with it with a cool samurai armor, a huge collection of classic video games to play, and 2 bikes you can use. It even comes with a set of IC cards that you can load for taking the train, so you don't have to bother buying one of your own or buying tickets. We were only here for one night and had to leave very early the next morning, so there was no biking going on. But we did enjoy playing some classic Famicom games.
Play 2-player. Oh. That's such an amateur move.
So immature.
Obviously, I can't speak for all Airbnbs or all apartments in Japan, but all of the ones we stayed in were very clean, nothing was broken, and they all came with a pocket Wi-Fi device that we could carry around with us for those who didn't have international data on their phone plan. Again, if you want to check out any of these apartments for yourself, I'll put a link in the description below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of Japan. See you next time.